And it's
Yeah.
always started. So
It's
let's just
always
go.
on. It's on.
It's
We're
on.
Hey
on.
guys. Hello and welcome to another episode of Just Throwing It Out There, the podcast. I am Leslie Jones, and joining me today, I'm Sharice. Joining me today are my always lovely co-hosts, Talia, Dani, wave to the people, Melly,
Hey.
and joining us today is a special guest. So we go way back. Okay, we do go way back. Don't want me to say a old friend.
No.
See,
We
okay,
already
No.
talked about this.
Oh,
she's an old, near and
No.
dear friend. She's
Nobody. There's nobody
She's
old on this thing.
no olds. No
We had
olds.
already talked about this.
all
He's
right.
back from the sandbox.
She's a really good friend, a day one, as the kids call them, from Irvington, New Jersey. Welcome, everyone, Kareemah.
Hey y'all.
Yep, she's
Thanks
gonna
for
be
having me today.
Yay.
Yes.
We love having you here. And so, folks, today we're going to talk about some things that we do for self-care. We're going to talk about why self-care is important, especially for us during times of COVID and you're at home and you're feeling a little stir crazy. We're going to have Kareemah join us in the conversation. Kareemah, where you hailing from? Where you at in that
Hey,
beautiful kitchen?
I'm in Atlanta, baby. This is
Okay.
Atlanta. I'm in the A.
Atlanta.
Georgia.
So
Atlanta.
Kareemah's gonna be sharing some self-care tips from the A, right? And so what we did was we had our research consultant, Dani. She did some work because
Highly esteemed.
Love how everybody has titles now. We got titles now.
we do EP. Yes, we do. And so in the R&D department, they're talking about what is self-care, Dani? What is it?
So the best definition I found, I'm going to read it. I felt this one was very fitting. It says self-care describes a conscious act one takes in order to promote their own physical, mental, and emotional health. There are many forms self-care may take, and it could be ensuring that you get enough sleep every night or stepping outside for a few minutes for fresh air. So it encompasses a lot of things, but the part of this one that got me is physical, mental, and emotional health.
Mm-hmm.
That's-
Agreed.
3 key things.
And I like if you could put a like a highlighter on conscious, right? It's something that you're doing on
Conscious.
purpose, right? And you're
Deliberate.
being deliberate about it, right?
Deliberate.
That's important. Yeah.
Intentional.
A lot of the stuff I was reading was like, saying you can do all the stress relief stuff you want to, but if you're not actually consciously doing things to take care of yourself, your emotional, physical, and all that well-being, all that stress relief stuff, it's a temporary fix.
That's
Mm.
right.
Yeah.
You're not really taking care of yourself.
A really good friend of mine said to me, you always have to consider yourself first. If you're always, keyword always, isn't it always in the front of your mind that I'm going to do this for me physically, I'm going to do this for me mentally, I'm going to do this for me emotionally. That's not to say that you're being selfish. A lot of people think self-care is, oh, well, you're being selfish. How do you have time to tend to yourself if you're a mom, right? If you're a wife, if you're a girlfriend, it's like, how can you help someone with oxygen without putting it on yourself first?
That's what
Let me
Melly
tell you
was
something.
saying.
Bam,
Tell
bam,
him, tell him,
bam.
Melly, tell him.
This is like the key thing, and it's funny
true.
'cause I go back to my day one. Y'all know my day one too.
Molasses.
My Peggy told me the same thing a couple maybe last year, the year before that, I can't remember, but she said the same thing. She's like, Melly, why do you think on airplanes they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first? If you're
Right.
not taking care of yourself first, you damn sure can't take care of anybody else around you.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is like the perfect analogy, because it's so true.
It
It's
is
so
very
true.
Because eventually your supply is going to run out. Then what? So you helping somebody over here, both of y'all about to be 2 dead turkey birds, right? So now you got to find a third person to help
Yeah,
y'all practice, right?
You're right. It's
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
It's
And
so
I say
true.
ass on this
You
because I
can't
have a
drive
potty
anywhere
mouth. That's
with
part of my self-care. I release.
She's talking about she got a potty mouth. We cuss on here sometimes.
I
Okay,
usually
guys.
do most of the cussing. Co-leader.
Noted. I do. Okay, no,
Co-leader.
it's so
We can
important
share-
though.
we
It
can share
is.
Why are you calling her co-leader? I'm gonna confuse the audience.
Co-leader.
Can we tell the story?
I
Yes.
wish you would.
I go on.
Kareemah, do you want to tell the story?
No, I'll let you tell it. I love your stories.
Oh, you love my stories. Okay,
Because I talk too much as is, so I'm gonna let you go. And Green.
Okay, action. So basically, what it is in high school, we all went to high school together. We were in
Irvington Blue Knights.
Irvington Blue Knights. We were in this group with all the special black kids. It was called
Wait a minute.
Don't let her tell the story.
it's-
Kareemah, you tell the story. Don't.
I mean,
All the
we
special
already
black-
knew. This is
Special
why Danny
black
be making
kids.
that face.
And I don't mean
Intellectually
special.
gifted, you mean?
I mean, I mean, like, you know, with the empaths of the school, the leaders.
Okay.
It was peer
I'll take
leaders,
that. Yes.
right?
It was peer leadership.
It was a class, and y'all had to get up early and
We had
come
to
to
do
school
special
earlier than
things. We wore
everybody else.
special shirts.
That's why I wasn't in peer leadership.
Yeah, no, it was a good program.
Did
Like,
y'all have to be
was.
to school at like 7 a.m. or something crazy like that?
Doesn't
sometimes.
matter.
I'm not a morning
Listen, the
person.
early birds get the worm. We got the
That's
worm.
right.
I feel
That's
like
right.
it
We got
disenfranchised people whose melatonin levels were different and they needed to sleep longer. Like, why do you have to get up so early just to be a part of a program?
You know, that's a great question. I have no idea.
Because you wake up, because it was called intellectual preparedness.
I feel like
Okay.
you're making that up, but okay.
No, I'm not.
So they paired us. They paired all the kids with the best partners. I don't know how they did it. We might have filled out some forms before. However, Kareemah and I were paired together.
Yes.
And I think it was an amazing pairing, actually.
It was.
And
And
right?
everyone else did too. We
It
were
was
the leaders of that class. We were.
We were, and we also
We were
remember
in
we went
sync.
to Disney World.
We
We
did.
stayed at the Hilton,
Yeah.
and we were in some workshops with some white kids. And it was fun. It was a good time, but I did cry because we couldn't ride in the front of the monorail.
Okay, you just took us back a
Okay.
few decades, co-leader. So maybe I should have told the story. So peer leadership was a wonderful program, which just pretty much set the stage
were
for
great
us
partners.
to. We exemplify leadership, finer womanhood, finer intellectual ability. Yes. Think
Like
about
this
some
entire
people-
story is revisionist.
No, let me
Listen,
explain
like
to you what I
this
mean by
entire
this.
story
Hold on.
is
These
revisionist.
co-leaders, I don't know about that storytelling.
Womanhood.
Finer
This is why they're
womanhood.
co-leaders.
Listen, there were people that were not allowed to enter the program, apply for the program, or
This is
even
true.
some that were not allowed to stay in the program because of some not so favorable choices that were made.
This is true.
So-
I'm a
She
little
does speak
judgy.
facts. It
Yeah.
was very
This is not a
elitist.
matter of judging anything. We all have our flaws,
It was
but
elitist.
you couldn't be a leader in the eyes of the people that wrote the program, or the I guess the founders of the program, if you were not making the grade, if you were with child. Does that make sense?
Okay, let's. On that note, let's get into
Yeah, I don't think either one of y'all allowed to tell stories.
I feel like
Move on.
this entire story was revisionist history. They passed around cush balls and sang.
That's not true. See, no, you're
sang
trying to
songs.
undermine the program because
And sang Kumbaya.
co-leader.
And sang Kumbaya.
I'm going to move my frame because that's not what it was. It was really just a wonderful program that taught us just to, just take better care of ourselves, better care of our
other.
community.
There
Right?
you
It
go.
set the tone for the conversation that we're having today, self-care.
There
Absolutely.
you go.
Excellent.
Boom.
Boom. See, sometimes I go off on
It's
a
little
tangent, but I
and
come
then
back.
Y'all came back. Y'all
Yes.
were, y'all went on the tangent together.
But
then
like,
y'all
but
were
did you
able to
see
That's
come
why
back.
we're co-leaders. She's my
Y'all were able to come
co-leader.
back. I
Co-leaders.
appreciate the coming back.
Yes.
But do you see how she complimented where she came in where I left off and it just came together? Like that's what
Yes.
we did.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's
And this
what
has
That's
been
why you
20
guys are
plus
co-leaders.
years. See?
20
That's why
plus years.
the universe brought y'all together to be co-leaders. Co-leaders
Yes.
for life.
I'm her
Yes.
biggest cheerleader.
I'm your biggest fan and your biggest cheerleader.
There
Go, leader.
Boom.
They all having a moment. Let me just wait here because they're just having a moment.
Belly's
without us.
waiting
Busted.
again.
I've been waiting.
Belly's
I got
always
on this
waiting.
call. Just waiting, like.
Just like Bernie
Yeah.
Sanders. Belly is
I wish I
Bernie
had some
Sanders meme. With the mittens.
I'm gonna get some mittens.
We're
For the
gonna
next
get you some
episode.
mittens, Nelly.
Just for the next episode. I'm just
For
gonna-
ne-
Like they're not even
Just
mittens,
like
they're
that.
actual mittens. Like I feel like you
Mittens.
need
No,
to
they're legit
pronounce the
mittens.
T's and
I know.
mittens.
They were legit special made for him. The
Oh
lady
my
knit
God.
them. That's we all see. Here we go. The tangents.
So self-care, ladies, we just did it right
Self-care.
now. We are making ourselves laugh. So
Mm.
think about how contagious it is. I made an effort to be here with you wonderful women because I already knew what was going to happen. I was going to light up. I was going to laugh in my core. You guys always do that. And I'm quite sure all of your viewers are feeling that energy. So self-care, right?
This self-care. We talk about this off air all the time on how, you know, this dumbass pandemic actually brought us closer, and it was like a release for us. It was for a time for us to get together on Zoom and laugh.
Right.
So we're very thankful for that part of it, you know.
Right.
So like I tell them all the time, I'm like, sometimes, you know, you're feeling a certain kind of way and then you come on and you feel happy. So
That's right.
sometimes I'm not happy when I get on originally and then I end up being happy. So overall, I think that laughter is, and I feel like that's one of the core things that has been with us since we became friends. I think we've always had the laughter.
Oh yeah.
Laughter is important, and I also like
In
not just
everything.
on the spiritual level, but I think it helps with the skin. I
Of
think
course.
it helps to keep your face nice and supple, right?
Yeah.
Your
I do a lot of
exercise, your
laughing.
smile.
You get the laugh lines.
Use.
I
If
feel
you
like
are
y'all
wreaking
got-
havoc
got
on
me
your
with laugh
family
lines.
members, all of that is going to show. I don't care how much water, how much detoxing. If you got a funky spirit, please believe.
You're gonna have a funky face.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna come out in your pores. You're gonna smell funky. All that evil is gonna come out. Girl,
All
take care
funk.
of you so you can take care of us. It's
Sharice
true.
Flossin. We know Sharice. We know your skin
I'm
popping.
getting
all
angry. I'm
that
beating on the table like, come on, ladies, get it together.
No
Stop letting
funky
that man
spirits
stress
here.
you out. He
No
is not
funky
a
spirits here.
factor.
No,
Take
Oh, but
care of
laughter
you.
is important, man. Like I watch things that make me laugh. I read things
Yes.
that make me laugh. I
Yes.
seek out things that are gonna make me feel
People.
joyful. People who make me laugh.
People.
Yes.
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 Sure.
Y'all share
Absolutely.
stuff that make me laugh. With the
What are
with
some?
the-
Throw some other things. What are some things that
that
well,
are
you know
good
what?
for
I'm gonna throw this-
self-care?
I'm gonna throw this weird
Go.
self-care tip out.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Literally,
not even
I
weird.
feel like drinking tea with and for me, I do a little honey, I do a little lemon. I feel like drinking tea is a flex. Like that is a self-care situation. Just sitting down with your favorite tea, whatever it is, chamomile to relax.
Yes.
You know,
drinking
for
chamomile
sleepy
tea
time
right
at the
now.
end of the night. Chamomile. There you go. Like
Mhm. I
to
love
me,
chamomile.
that's a huge flex.
Yeah, and see, for me, it's the morning coffee. For me, it's the morning time. And Danny, you and I were talking about this, I think, off mic in terms of like, I need to get up a little early. I want to get up before the house is up. And I just
Right.
want to, even if it's like 25 minutes of quiet and peace,
Yeah.
and I get my little cup of coffee and I
Yeah.
sit down, and sometimes I don't even know what I do. I'm like, oh, child, let me get up. It's been 20 minutes time for me to go get in the shower because I don't know. Like, I just go
Yeah.
off, and it's just like a time for me to be like, you know, I get a
Right.
couple minutes of meditation in, right? And
Yeah.
I'm good for the day. And I don't like getting up early. So I'm literally,
Yeah.
it's like 25 minutes. That's all I got. But having that extra time of quiet, I think hot beverages are just soothing
Yeah.
Yeah.
in general.
It's something
like
with the hot.
tea,
Mhm.
and hot apple cider, hot lemonade,
chocolate. I love hot chocolate.
And
I'm
just
a hot
taking that
chocolate-
time to
Mhm.
just sit your ass down.
Mhm.
I'm a huge. I don't
Sit
drink any
your ass
coffee.
down. Sit
See?
it on down. Oh.
It's like a warm hug.
Yeah, I don't do coffee at all ever. I never.
Oh, that's
do.
good.
I used to like coffee in Puerto Rico when I was little. My mom would give me a little bit, and I
Wait a minute, you came over here when you were 2.
No,
What kind of coffee were you drinking when you were 1.5?
I did not come over here when I was 2. I was born here in Newark. Hey, Newark. I was born in Newark, and then we went back to Puerto Rico.
That's right. Okay.
And then I came here for 1st grade. So when I was in kindergarten and stuff, my mom.
You were drinking coffee.
Yeah, my mom would let me drink a little bit, not
I
like
think
a whole
New Jersey
cup,
just came out.
Just a smidge, and it was so good. And then when I came here, and I'm like, let me get a little bit of coffee, Mom. And then she gave me the smidge. It just didn't taste this. It tasted terrible. And I've never drank coffee since. And that was like 1st grade. Yeah. So I'm not a coffee drinker, but I love tea. I think I think Talia knows from last year. I would be like, Talia, what kind of teas? What should I be like? Like it has become a thing for me. I'm looking for the I want the clear kettle, the one that you can put on the stove, but it's glass and you can put it on the stove so I can see the water percolating. Like that's I think that's gonna be my thing. I'm gonna become a tea guru.
Did you get the Melissa tea, the lemon balm?
I did not get the lemon balm yet.
It's so good. Yeah, Sharice, I'm telling you, in the evening, because it's supposed to be good for like stress as well, but it also has like antiviral properties. It's the name of the herb is Melissa, actually.
Nice.
But they call it. But you can get it under lemon balm.
Side eye.
Not for me.
I felt, wasn't it a little bit of a side eye?
Who got a side eye? Who got a side eye?
Oh, you know side eye.
Who's the side eye person on the show?
I didn't give you a side eye. I was into the tea.
You did a side eye. Why is it called Melissa?
But what's going to endorse the Melissa then? I'm going to
lemon balm. I highly recommend with a little bit of honey.
Okay.
It's good. It's good.
And I'm into honey. Honey, I got the local honey because they say if you get the local honey or the honey from your area, that helps you with your allergies.
Okay.
Because the bees pollinate the same stuff and the pollination is in your honey. And so it has medical health.
Makes a lot of sense.
Not that we are doctors and we are not giving health advice.
Oh, no.
We're not professionals. Consult your doctor. Talk to your doctor.
Consult your doctor.
That's right. I'm glad you threw that in there.
Oh, yeah, because Kareemah's a medical professional, right?
Yes, she's an essential worker. Let's give her a round of applause for being an essential worker.
Heroes work here. Heroes work here. Yes.
That's it.
I love it.
Thank you.
So Kareemah, tell us.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We didn't hear from Kareemah.
So I was from Dani either.
We didn't hear from Dani.
Yeah. Well, throw out a self-care tip. Something that you do.
I'll take it next. So based on some of the conversations we've been having, so you know how I said physical care was one of the important things. So when they look at physical care, it's getting enough sleep. What do you put in your body? And then exercise. So for me, getting enough sleep, I try, right? I do better with that. But as far as what you put in your body, that gets tough sometimes. Like we've been on late nights, guys. Let me tell everybody else. We've been on late nights sometimes. Especially over the weekend. Us.
So
you. So Talia will start her whole nighttime routine while we're on. And I'm like, Talia, what are you taking? So she's taking all her vitamins. So I'm like, wait a minute, I got to get started on some vitamins. So like, that's important.
Yes, it is.
I was taking no vitamins. I'll just put it out there. I wasn't taking any vitamins. So whatever I was getting was just from what I was eating. So I'm like, well, let me just start with 2 things. So it's just not something I was thinking about. And it's important. Like, so everybody needs vitamins. You know, it's not even about
likes to take her vitamins at night.
Vitamin D.
And a lot of people don't realize
vitamin D.
You need, so this is what I tell people. You can still eat the best of the best. Your body still, like I use vitamin D as an example. I eat foods that are rich in vitamin D. I go outside. I love to bask in the sun. I soak it up. I do. It wasn't until I had a physical maybe about 2 years ago when my doctor said that I was a little, I needed a supplement. And I'm like, well, I'm doing everything right. for people that are like, oh, I don't want a supplement, I don't want the vitamins, your body is only going to absorb what it really needs anyway. So I'm not saying overdose. It will excrete it as long as you don't have any kidney issues, your body is going to excrete what it doesn't need. It's going to do that. It's going to absorb what it needs and it's going to excrete what it doesn't. So go for it. Go for it. And of course, you know, contact your nutritionist or your doctor before, you know, especially if there's some hesitancy with starting a new diet regime or regimen, whatever you prefer. But I would recommend vitamins, a multivitamin. I mean, we're all over the age of 30.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yes, just
That's-
a little bit.
Just
Thank you.
barely.
Just a little bit. Like just
Thank you.
Meanwhile, somebody trying to
Multivitamin?
have us in the old folks' home.
I know, right?
multivitamin,
No.
vitamin D, and then whatever else you feel like you need to, you know, add. If you folic acid or your iron, you know, a lot of women are iron deficient, so definitely look into that. And that's really important. You can't concentrate always on the outside. Like, yeah, girl, yeah, you look good. Your body is intact. You're firm. Your booty is nice and firm. Your belly's flat. Whatever it is, you're wonderful. But then if you're eating greasy foods and a lot of dairy
Catches
products,
up.
it's like you're doing yourself a grave disservice. So balance it out. And yes, it is hard. I'm in Atlanta. That's all I can say. But even in Atlanta, we do have healthy choices everywhere. There are healthy choices, healthy options. We have grocery stores everywhere. So there is no excuse. Every now and again, it's okay to splurge on that, whatever it is, that cheeseburger, hamburger, whatever, you know, chicken, but not every day. You know, I love French fries. I would eat French fries every single day, but I realize that it's not good for me. And I just don't do it. My body will reject it.
Yeah, and I think that's important too, what you say, Kareemah, about like watching what you put, because that's a big part of my like self-care journey, and this has been going on for years now. Is like now I'm getting to the point where like certain foods don't make me feel good, and I'm not gonna. I mean, they taste good, but like a couple hours later in the next day, I
You're
know I'm
like,
gonna
"Shit,
suffer for
why
it. And I'm
did I
like,
eat
yeah,
that?"
like why did I eat that?
And
And it's still a
supersized
struggle. And I supersized it.
And you supersized it.
And just like cutting those things out. And like Dani, I know you made some serious diet changes over the last
And you look
year and a
amazing,
half,
my
and like
sister.
crazy.
You
like
look
you
good.
look like you're 15 again. It's
Yeah.
like crazy.
And it's not easy because the stuff that I cut out is like my favorite stuff in the whole
Sure.
world. So
Yeah. And
it's-
stuff we
it's
love too.
not good for your body,
I know it's not.
especially in large quantities.
Yeah.
It's hard. My hardest thing is the cutting out. I tell myself I'll cut back on certain things, right? Like I can eat pizza every day. I love pizza.
Me
But I
too.
can't have pizza every day. So it's more so not cutting out. I struggle with cutting out. That's not my personality. That's not the way that I am. But I'll try to cut back. And I like to call it balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about, this is another, I know people are always asking me, about self-care. So another thing that I would say ties into this is being easy on yourself. Right?
Give
It's
yourself some
okay
grace.
to
Give
relax.
yourself some grace. I just saw something on this. Yes.
It's okay. How are you
I'm so
going
hard
to
on
be so hard? And we all are. I am my biggest fan as well as my biggest critic. You cannot be so hard on yourself. Give yourself a pass every day on everything.
I get a pass every day. Wait a minute. I didn't know about this. Every day?
It seems foreign, uncomfortable.
What?
Because at the
I'm
end
gonna
of the
have to write
day,
this down.
now, at the end of the day, T, is it that serious?
Put it on the board.
I'm gonna write it down.
Put it on your
Every day
board.
on everything.
Give myself a pass every day.
Yeah, all you can do is try again the next day. That's all you can do.
I'd be like, you know what, kids?
Every day.
I'm sorry that this meal that I made for you wasn't completely to your liking. I'll do better tomorrow, but you're still alive. You good?
You still ate something. You still got food. You still got some food.
That's right.
Because
Let
let
me
me tell
take
you,
your
as
pulse.
a parent, isn't it hard to be responsible for somebody else when you losing your shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes.
I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how moms
Sometimes.
do it.
I don't
say
know
it all the
how y'all
time.
do it.
Right?
Some
I'm not a mom.
days-
I don't know how moms do
And
it.
this puppy dog, right?
Some days they just
Supposed
have
take
to
care of
fend
this
for
puppy
themselves.
dog. but I'm in my
Some
brain
days.
trying to figure out how I'm
Listen,
going
it's
to balance out
7:30.
this
I can't
chemical
peel
balance.
myself off the couch.
Balance.
Do what you
That's
can
it.
do.
It's okay.
Figure it out.
Figure it out for today, because you'll be
Okay.
all right.
Give yourself a
If I
pass.
smell smoke, we'll run out of the house, but I can't do that. And so what I like about this conversation is we're talking about like vitamins, right? We're talking about like
Right.
food. We're
Things
talking about
Real
like sleep.
self-care.
And this is like the real
Exactly.
stuff.
Don't cost
Right.
a lot
It
of
is.
money.
What I was
You can
reading
get your hair done, you can get your nails done, and
Yeah.
that's amazing. But how do you feel about yourself internally?
Right.
You know, are you resting well at night? Are you tossing and turning? Are those spirits chasing after you from things that you didn't let go of 10, 20, 30 years ago? Right?
Yep.
What does your stool look like?
Okay.
See?
Check it out.
Right. Do
Check
you
it
do you,
out.
do you know what it looks like? Are you
Because if you
comfortable
don't, you
with
should.
it?
Yeah.
Are you straining? Does it have an odor? Is that odor different?
I love Kareemah so much, but it's so true. She's so right.
But that goes back to what you're putting in your body, though. So
Yes.
Bam.
It's
It
all
does.
Exactly,
connected.
Dani.
It's all
Yeah.
connected.
does.
Yeah.
One of the best, dopest self-care things that you could do for yourself that costs no money, is free,
Tell it.
What?
Hear it.
is literally
Tell it.
taking a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yes.
Power of a walk.
Yes.
That's true.
Yep.
Have you ever gone on a walk and you come back, you go out one way, you come back something
A
else,
whole
and,
different way.
and then
Yeah.
you're
But
able
you
to
have a
handle
lot of time to
whatever
think.
it is.
You have a lot of time
That's
to think
it.
when you walk.
And
Yes.
I recommend, honestly, I mean, of course, safety measures are important. Take these walks by yourself. You don't have to have a girlfriend or a companion with you, because I think that it's self-care. But when you do these walks and these journeys, sometimes when you have a partner with you, it kind of like, you can't focus as much.
Mm.
You know, I like to do a lot of things by myself.
Mm.
By myself.
Mm.
By myself. You can breathe, your lungs will appreciate it, you know.
Yes.
You come back and you just feel really different. And then you can go and enjoy your family or do whatever it is that you need to enjoy later on. But do a lot of things by yourself for yourself. Consider
Yes.
yourself first.
I started
It's
doing
a balance thing, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started doing walks last year when the weather got nice, because we were on lockdown. You really couldn't do anything. And where I live, they had started doing there's really nice houses. I walk back there where the nice houses are, but the park had created, like, you could end up from one of the streets, you end up at the park, and they had created a path. So then I ended up going through the park, and I just started doing that, sometimes by myself, sometimes with my coworker who didn't live too far, because we were just like, we need to get out the house. We need to get out the house. And it was just nice. Like, the park has a nice little, like a little water river thing running through it. So it's like you hear the water, and it was just to get out the house and get fresh air. Unfortunately, I hate winter. So when it's cold, I don't like to go on walks. I did go on a walk on Monday because I just needed to get out the house. And I took my mom and the dog with me because she needed to get out the house too. So the both of us took like an hour walk. It was good, even though it was a little bit cold. But, I was like, Mom, we'll just bundle up. We need to get out the house. We need to just, not think about everything else and just think about getting some fresh air. Because, just being in the house like this it's just not healthy. So we went for a walk. It was, like I said, it was a little cold. We put our masks on because I'm like, well, if I got to wear the mask, at least that's the pro in the winter, that your face is not exposed to the cold.
Right.
That's true.
So I was like, Mom, we'll just put on a mask and we'll just bundle up, put on our hats, and then we'll just go for that walk. But when we came back, I was like, you felt good, right? She's like,
Right.
I feel much better. And I was
Yeah.
like, as soon as the weather starts getting a little nicer, I don't mind going. I like to walk by myself, but I also don't mind going on walks with my mom. So when the weather gets a little nicer, if she wants to come, I'll invite her to come. But if not, I'll be going on walks. And I definitely want to get a bike. I put a bike on my vision board because I was talking about getting a bike for.
Now, when you say a bike, like a motorcycle or like a ride,
like a bicycle, like
bicycle.
a bike.
That's awesome.
Yes, I've been talking about this. I took a trip to Mexico a couple years ago. I ended up having to use a bike, and it just brought back a lot of childhood memories. I mean, I still have scars on my knees from falling off the bike, but trying to take that curve a little too tight, boom. So it just brought back
teach you how to ride a bike?
Who? My mama taught me how to ride a bike.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Nice.
She
Cool.
took
My
me to
dad taught me.
Branchburg Park in Newark, right first in the grass. And I never forget my shoelace got stuck in the brake pedal. Boop, went sideways.
That's
That-
how
that's
you
most
learn.
of
That's
them.
how you learn, though. But she
Yep.
said, my mom doesn't know how to ride a bike, but she taught me how to ride a bike.
Oh, wow.
I still remember my mother
Ooh.
running down the street holding the back of my
Holding
bike.
the
Like I
back.
still remember that
That's a
clearly
G
as I was
move.
learning how to ride.
Yeah.
You don't know how to ride a
The back
bike?
of the bike.
But
My
she
mama's
taught
a
you.
G.
Nice.
That's
That's
right.
my
That's
mom.
good.
Oh, gee. Who
So
taught you how to
I
ride a
remember her and my aunt, and she was like, "We're
I
gonna
don't
put you on
remember.
the grass because if you
I think
Really?
it was my mom.
here,
I
it
think it
won't
was my
hurt as
mom.
much. It
It
won't
had
hurt.
to have been my mom that
Yeah.
who taught me. Yeah, I
But
don't
it
remember.
just brings back so many good, like you feel good, like you really feel genuinely happy riding
Yeah.
a bike. Like
Yeah.
it's just, or at least
I
I
don't
do.
like it. I don't like bike riding.
Even
I'm
when I-
sorry.
and my friends were taking pictures of me because they were not using the bike, and I
I
was
don't like
like,
it anymore.
I don't like it. It hurts
I
my
was
butt,
super happy.
and I don't like working my quads. That's the worst muscle to
That's
like.
what
I
it
hate.
is. Yeah,
I
it's the
hate it.
quads.
I hate it.
I don't even feel it because
I'll
That
do
burning?
anything else. I don't like it.
I like the burn.
Mm-mm. I
I
don't
don't
like
think,
it.
honestly,
Although I
don't
must say it's
recall
been a
my
while,
legs
but
hurting
I
from
like the
riding a
burn.
bike.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm more in tune to it because I hate it so much. Like it's probably not so bad, but I hate leg day. Like when I used to go to the gym, like I hated doing quads. I'll do hammies, I'll do calves, I'll do squats, whatever. But that quad machine, I hated it. Hated it
Yeah.
all the
I
time.
like bike.
Speaking,
Bike
can I
riding,
show
I'll
y'all
pass.
this? Look, speaking
is
of
that?
walks, right? This is my path. Walking, okay? So
God.
COVID, right?
What is that?
COVID.
At that, all
That's
the
just
time.
a
Every
whole
time
bunch
you
of
do
not-
that, I laugh.
Is that
Y'all
around
know-
the yard?
Explain that.
Y'all know that I don't
Yes.
like
He
COVID,
sent
right?
that to me last year.
And
Is
so
that around your yard? Just around and
Who
around?
Yes.
likes COVID? You
So,
said you
but
don't like
I
it.
don't
I
like
think
it.
we can
I don't
all
know.
concur.
Some people do. They're out there in them streets doing what they do. Some people like it. I don't like it. And so when I'm a high school teacher, for those of y'all who don't know, and after like being on
We don't
virtual
know.
school, well, now you do. And being on virtual school and sitting at my dining room table for hours on end, staring at a screen, I'm like, I need to go outside. And so
Mhm.
what I decided was, I'm just going to walk in circles around the backyard. And I'm just going to do that for 30 to 45 minutes on nice days. And I still do it. And, Kareemah, to your point, talking about walking alone, I started walking alone and I have been doing that for months and months. And literally, this is the circle path going in circles around my around my backyard for 33 minutes. It was strange at first. But my
Okay.
neighbors got used to it, right? And folks would look at me like, "What is she doing?" And be, "Hey, how y'all doing?"
Right.
Happy
That's all you
day."
can do. Hey,
Just walking
Yeah.
in circles. And
my
so
journey. My
over
journey.
the last couple of weeks, Keyshawn and I have been walking together. And it's actually been nice because it
Who's
gives
Keyshawn?
us. Keyshawn is my husband. And thank you, Sharice. And it's actually been nice because it gives us a chance, and we don't have to get us like the girls can be in the house and we can walk around and not be in fear or something. Like we don't have to pack everybody up and go somewhere.
Right.
So it's just like nice to like be outside. At the end of the day, the sun is going down a little bit later now. We get 1 minute back every day
Right.
post winter solstice. So
Right.
I'm happy about that as well. So, and we bundle up. Melly, I know you hate winter. I hate it too. I put on, I have on jeans and sweatpants when I go out there, and my gloves and my hat and my scarf and my hood. It's been good. It gives me some clarity.
So what I like about that, Talia, is that you set the stage, you set the tone, you have a foundation, you started this journey by yourself,
I did.
and then you added to it. A lot of people mess up in a lot of self-work projects because they want to put people involved in the initial stages. It's like you have to know who you are first, what you want, and get yourself grounded.
Hitting
It
the
takes a
milestone.
minute.
Them
And again,
dropping.
even listen, this is a life journey. We're never going to get there. Don't stop being so hard on yourself. There is no destination, right? This is a journey. You can add people as you go. You learn, okay, fine. I have this thing where I've been reading this book and this is what I learned from here. And then you can share with people. But by no means decide to go on a major blog or start vlogging, right? And say, oh God, this is, everyone, this is what works for me. And because you set yourself up for you have all of these people asking you questions that you're not prepared for because this is your journey. So all I'm saying is sometimes it's okay to just save it for you, internalize it, enjoy it, and then you
And
start
then
saying,
share.
So
"Hey,
get grounded.
come
Get
with."
grounded first.
Come
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
yours.
That's for
Yeah.
all of us. We all get excited
And now
when
I'm
we have a new
sharing it.
project, you know, but sometimes it's okay just to enjoy it for the moment for yourself. Self-care, right? Internalize it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it for you.
Love
And
it.
then, and a lot of times people will just, they'll come to you and say, "Hey, what you got going on? Hey, what you doing? I see that you look a little different and you have a different disposition, you're glowing, and then you can share. But make sure that it's something that's making you happy and that's a go for you first before you start say, "Hey, come with, let me show you something," because it may not feel well for even
Bars.
you.
Right.
Bars.
That's right. Who else has a self-care tip that they want to put in?
Well,
Oh, can I?
got
Oh,
a
go
few.
ahead.
Yeah,
let me,
go ahead.
so we talked a lot about self, right? Getting yourself together, doing things for yourself. So you need that, but then you also do need, like, say you can bring others in later. But another important part of that self care is your social self care. Like you need to have healthy relationships. So you have
Mm,
to have someone or
Yeah,
some people in your life that you can have those relationships with.
it's
So
true.
it's important to not neglect those. So like
Yeah.
I feel like, and I think we've said this several times already. Like we've been able to spend a lot more time, even though it's not technically face to face, but it's still face to face time where you have people that you can talk to, people that you trust that you can talk to. You can say what's on your mind, and it gives you time to process things. You can hear what other people are dealing with, people that you're comfortable sharing all of that information with,
Yeah.
and you can go back and forth. But those relationships are also important, and they help you to feel like, oh, I'm not the only one dealing with this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you just opened
Or
up a whole, that's a
Uh-huh.
whole set.
a lot
Oh
of
man.
times you
Really
think
is.
that you're the only one dealing with something,
I
and
am
then
the
you have a
queen of
conversation. It's like,
of
oh,
isolating
okay,
myself. I have done,
Mm.
yes, and I've
you can't
shared this with you
isolate
guys
yourself.
so many times over the years. They're like, "Where's Kareemah?" Oh, well, Kareemah's fine. Kareemah's good, but it's like I'm going through something right now, and I got to deal with it, and I'll let you know when I'm over it, and that's not
Right.
always
And
a good thing.
even if you don't want to talk about what you're going through,
Yeah,
just making time to spend time with your friends can still lift you and make you
it's
feel better.
true.
And you could be
Yeah.
doing the same thing
and
for them. You don't
It's
always
true.
have to necessarily talk about what you're even dealing with. Just
Right.
let it go for a little while.
I agree.
Just let
I
it
right.
agree.
go and enjoy that time because it's good for your spirit.
That's
That's
It
true.
really
right.
is. It really
Absolutely.
is.
That's a word. That's a word. I think we got time for one more self-care suggestion.
I have a little one. This is and this is what I like to do. It's what I like to do. But along with Talia and Dani, Talia doing her whole night routine stuff. I started doing the whole not, I do my vitamins in the morning though, but Talia encouraged me to get a little night routine going. It will help me sleep better. So along with doing that, I also like to like have my place, like decorate my place, move my
Mhm.
pillows around. I feel like your home
Melody's
is.
always had that special touch.
I be calling myself the Puerto Rican Martha Stewart. I love home decor. I'm always
Yes.
watching HGTV. I get
Yes.
the HGTV magazines. I'm always on Pinterest. I'm always like, it's on my vision boards. Like I feel like your home is an extension of how like you can feel. So like if your place is nice and cozy, then that is a welcoming place. Not only that you're happy to be in, but when people come over, whenever that happens again, like they'll also feel warm and welcomed in your home. I also feel like your home is kind of like an extension of
It
that
represents who you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Yeah. You have to love your place of respite.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
If you don't, then how are you relaxing?
Oh, I've
How
been
are you
places
taking
where
care of
I did not
yourself?
like coming back to, and you
Mhm.
gotta love your situation.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
it for you. Treat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Treat yourself.
That's
Get
right.
you that throw pillow.
Get
That's
that
right.
pillow. Make it how
Mhm.
you want it to be.
That's true. Yeah, the way it smells, you want that vibe. The smell of your house is important.
We had a
you know?
whole
Girl.
conversation about candles
Candles.
like the
Yeah.
other night.
You
A
see,
whole
I got my
conversation. I can't wait to get my candles, Dani.
Yes, I have your
Candles.
candles, and I need my facial cleanser from you.
See, all self-care,
Mm-hmm.
all self-care. And again, things that are not, some things are free, some things are not super expensive, things that are accessible that you can really do every day that cost nothing or close to nothing that are just going to make you feel good.
Oh, wait. What about a big, okay. what about this one? This one is really quick, and this is one that we've talked about before. Sitting in your car.
I put it. Time in
Oh
the
my
car.
gosh.
Time in the car was on
All
my
the
list,
time.
and I was gonna throw it as a bonus.
Mhm.
I was gonna throw it as a bonus. We talked about this, and I
before you
missed
go
it
into
working
work.
from home.
Before you
please,
go
Before I go into work.
Using your car as a tool.
Yes.
Listen, I was trying to understand it. I'm like, why do I sent you guys a text that day, didn't I? Like, I have been in my car for 20 minutes. Why am I in the car?
Got you
But
beat.
it's just like, it's so relaxing.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes.
I pulled up in the driveway and I
You
just
just
sat there. I'm like,
sit
you know,
Because it's
well, let
just
me check
you.
some
It's
things.
just
Yes.
you.
Like I
Yes.
miss that so much with not, working from home. I've been working from home for months, and I do miss, like, I would come home and I'd be sitting in the car, just, thinking, figuring life out. My phone rings.
Yes.
My phone rings. My coworker friend, she's like, "Are you home?" Because I live like 15 minutes from work, so she's like, why are you not home yet?" I'm like, "I am home. I'm just in
Yes,
the driveway."
Melly, I've had that exact conversation with my coworker. She's like, I thought you left already. Oh, I'm in my driveway.
At the driveway.
I'm in the
Yes.
car. It's
Yeah.
like you're in your own little bubble,
That's
Mhm.
it.
Yes.
and you have control of this little space. It's
Yep.
all yours.
Yes.
I used to do that all the time, even sometimes like breaks and lunch times at work. Like I would go and sit in my car. And
Now
sometimes,
I think back, I did that in college.
yeah, sometimes it was just like I just want to hear something on the radio, or like I just want to sit, or it's too cold in the office and I need to turn the
Yeah.
heat on for a minute. Like it was always what?
I'm laughing because Dani said she did that in college, and it triggered. Talia, didn't you and I used to walk in the parking lot where, like, not together, but whenever we felt
And see Dani in the car.
No, we're gonna drop. I'm dropping out, and then I'm just in the parking lot.
Yeah, walking in circles, around
dropping
the
out.
parking lot. Yep,
I'm not cut
done
out
with
for this
school.
world. This
Yep.
is not cut out for this college life.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That triggered that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we go?
Hey.
I think we gotta wrap this up, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, these are just
But
the
the
tip of the
Kareemah's still staying.
iceberg.
Kareemah, you still staying with us?
But the
I
most
am.
important
Yes,
thing
yes.
is to all of our viewers and listeners and everybody out there, just take time for yourself. You need to make sure that you are filled up before you can go out and disperse all of that.
And don't feel
make
bad
sure-
And
about
start small,
Yeah.
right?
And
Because I
don't
think
feel
we
bad
talked
about
about that
taking
too.
time.
Like,
Yeah.
don't feel like you gotta start with like an hour to yourself, because that's gonna feel weird and you're gonna be uncomfortable and you're gonna feel guilty about it. I know. Start with
Baby
like
steps.
5-10 minutes. Take a
That's
couple
right.
minutes, right? Then move up to 15. Then
Can
20
I just
minutes.
add something in there too? Love yourself first. Put that oxygen on yourself first, and just be considerate and mindful that you matter more than anyone in the world, and you'll be all right.
Awesome.
We're all in this together, right? We're all in this
We are.
together.
We really
Boom.
are.
What's next, Sharice? What we doing?
Love it. Well, as you guys know, we never do a show without doing this special segment. It's called Ver-SIS.
Yes.
Hey.
Versis, not the verses, not the,
Not
not
the Instagram,
the Instagram,
Timberland,
not
Swiss.
that one.
Not their verses. This is verses.
It's our Versis.
Every time we explain this, I think they're the golden arches. We're the golden arcs. You see?
That's exactly what it sounds like.
They got the
That's
Big
exactly
Mac.
right.
They got
We're the Big Mac.
It's so accurate. It's so
That's
accurate.
what
That's the perfect analogy.
So we take one artist, right? We take one artist, we take two of their songs, and we make you choose.
It's
So
just
you got to choose.
a lot of pressure.
And Kareemah's gonna play along to this time,
Kareemah's
so
gonna
that
play
the
along.
heat
So
is
we bring
on, girl. This is a serious. You're gonna be sweating. You ain't gonna know what to do with your life.
And Dani is like spearheading it. So Dani has autonomy this
I'm a
week.
little nervous because Dani
All
be.
right.
I'm
I'm a
not-
little nervous
No,
too.
don't
but
be
let's
nervous.
go.
So what we did was, Talia put a feeler out to Kareemah to see what artists, the last couple of artists that she was listening to. So she
Okay.
gave us 4 choices, and
Okay.
I took 2 of them. All
Okay.
right. So we're gonna start with Anita Baker.
Ah.
We're gonna
Okay.
start with
Look,
Anita
look,
Baker.
I knew
Now, strap
Okay,
in.
I'm already
Yes.
uncomfortable.
I don't
I'm
even
already
know.
uncomfortable.
As you should be. As you should be. All right. So the first song
Okay.
is I Apologize.
Oh Lord, wait a minute. Time out.
Operator, get my baby on the line. Oh my goodness, yes.
Keep on being that way. I apologize.
Ready.
I apologize. Oh, believe me, I apologize.
Now, Sharice, did you sing Anita Baker songs in the man voice as well, or was it just Whitney?
So that's really
But you know,
Michael
I know I
McDonald
was wrong.
impression.
So I'm singing this song.
I apologize.
That's it.
Are you ready for this next
Oh,
song?
No,
We're not ready.
Go.
I don't want to choose. I recuse myself.
You have to choose.
I was unkind. I apologize.
All right, the second song is Same Old Love.
With the roller skates? Skates! Oh no!
There, I want my
Love.
Bernie mittens. I just want to be back here.
She was roller skating in the video.
I think I'm with you, Melly.
This is why I'm always
365 days of the year.
I want to same
Same
old
old love.
love.
And she was skating too. She was gliding.
She was lit. She was dope. She was lit.
365 days of the year. I want your same old love.
Yes, yes.
Hey.
Oh, there it is, guys.
And
Keep
all
on
I
going.
wanna
And he wants us to decide.
keep on loving you. Want your same old love.
I can't stop laughing at
I want to go roller skating.
I know, I'm sitting up there roller skating too now.
roller skates. Y'all know that's my stuff.
Ooh, what
I
y'all
love
do?
it. I love it.
That's such a feel good.
I apologize.
That's
So
your
for me,
choice?
for me, the Rapture album was like my introduction to Anita Baker and
Okay.
my play cousin Londi. Shout out to Londi Reynolds.
Hey, Londi.
And I'm sorry for anybody who believed that we were actual cousins. It's for play, and we planned it very nicely. But my play cousin and her mom used to play that Rapture
Yes.
from beginning to end, like, and we knew every hubba bubba, this and that she did and been so long. And so because that album has like a special place in my heart, right? I have to go with Same Old Love. Same Old Love for me.
That video was dope.
Yeah.
I think on video, I think if you have to bring in a
You always
video,
time. Nope. Time. I'm going. Nope. And this time, no. Because she be no. We're not talking about videos. This one got us in trouble the last couple whatever times ago.
What happened?
Let her know,
listen,
EP.
I'm
Let
an
her know.
80s baby.
Yes.
It was all about videos.
It was a lot about videos,
Yes.
and I just feel like for sentimentality reasons,
Yeah.
you know, even with the song, but then you had the visual, and then she was lit on skates. Like
Yes.
she was lit. Like she had the
She had it. She was out there. She was skating. And my
you
feet,
were like,
my
oh,
feet are
she could
moving.
dance. She
Yep.
could dance, but she's on skates.
She's on skates. I love it.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome, Danny.
It's
Thank
a
you.
feel
I
good.
love it.
Shout out to
Did
Anita
we
Baker.
all-
I
did
love
we
it.
all
Wait, everybody didn't pick.
No.
Everybody didn't pick.
I said same old love.
Same old love for me too. It's just a
All
feel
right,
good song.
What about you, Kareemah?
I thought I was singing one.
Okay, so Kareemah, what's your choice? What is your choice, Kareemah? What are you going with?
What's Anita song?
I thought we sang what was my choice?
We sang all of them.
Same Old Love or I Apologize?
Oh, it has to be. I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize.
I apologize.
Danny, what's your song?
I'm
I
going with I Apologize as well. I like the way it starts off. I'm going with
Yes,
that.
I apologize.
Okay.
Yes. I know I was wrong. That's why
That
I'm
was a
singing
good
this
one.
song.
It was.
So 20 years later, I'm apologizing to you.
All
Don't
right,
come over here
so
with your
Go
apology.
ahead, Danny.
ready
You
for the
got
next
another
one?
Whoa.
Yes.
Mm.
The artist is Prince.
See,
Of course.
My computer froze.
nah, see,
My computer's
nah.
frozen.
Your
Okay.
computer is not
Mm.
frozen.
My
I
computer's
recuse
frozen.
myself.
You can't.
I'm too
Here
close.
we go.
It's too close. For
And
me.
this was hard for
Computer's
me
frozen.
because I wanted to pick songs I didn't want to pick the ones that were Prince in the Revolution, and then Prince. He had a couple of different things going, so I went with just Prince, straight Prince songs. So the first one is "Kiss."
Okay.
This song always reminds me of Julia because it is one of her karaoke favorites.
Would y'all say
That's one of your
that-
karaoke. That's your karaoke dance. That's in your catalog.
would you say that Kiss is what Billie Jean is to Michael Jackson?
Oh,
You're not playing this.
Wait a minute. Sharice.
I wouldn't say that.
No, you wouldn't say Kiss is to Prince. That's not a simile. No.
No,
I
I would.
would.
I would say
I
Billie Jean is to Michael Jackson as When Doves Cry is to Prince. Or Purple Rain is to
Cry,
Prince.
better not
Purple
be
Rain.
No.
I did
No,
not pick When Doves Cry
Billie
because it's
Jean-
not just a Prince song. It's
Thank
Prince in the Revolution.
That's
Well,
right.
okay. I wouldn't because Billie Jean is an up tempo.
Okay.
So I wouldn't.
Doves
Purple
Cry.
Rain
Yeah,
is
but
a slow.
Okay,
slow-
but When Doves
so
Cry, I'm thinking When
you're
Doves Cry, and I think it was like his break, like that was his breakout
You're right.
like song.
Okay.
Like
I
I feel
agree.
like Billie Jean was Michael's like, oh my gosh,
you
everybody
got it.
loves you now.
No, you. I feel that one when Doves Cry. Not Purple Rain though, because it's.
Are you ready?
Slower.
No,
Yes,
I'm not
we're
ready.
ready.
I wasn't ready when you said Prince.
Did we get a second song? Did we get the
No,
song?
I didn't even give it to you
We're
yet.
very upset about it.
I'm not even gonna say why we didn't get a second song. Let's just.
Because I asked a question. I asked a really good question.
It
Why
was
is
a really
Celia
good
the only
question.
one to recuse herself? I would like to do the same.
No one can recruit.
No one can recruit.
herself. She's saying that, but she still has to choose. All right.
No
So we
Fifth
have
Amendment.
"Kiss," and the second song is "I Want to Be Your Lover."
Oh, I'm picking. I'm gonna pick. I want to be a lover.
I ain't got no money. These are both my karaoke songs. How do I
It's all the
choose?
time. I
Tiger
play
dance.
that song
I'm gonna pick I
around
wanna
the
be a lover.
holidays.
Not my
Just
choice.
that one line.
Let's kind of money.
Yes.
Yeah.
What y'all gonna do?
Oh,
I know what mine is. You guys want me to give you mine first?
yes.
I
Want to Be a Lover is mine.
I want to be a lover is mine also.
I want to be your
I
lover.
want to be your lover.
I want to be
Yeah.
your lover.
Oh, is that the first
Yeah.
time we've been unanimous?
Unanimous.
It's unanimous.
It's
Unanimous.
unanimous.
Is that the first time that's happened?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I
wanna
think
be
there's
your lover.
always
That's
a
the-
dissenting voice. Yes.
I mean,
That
I
is the
love
first
Kiss.
time.
That I want to be your lover is
Yes.
Yes. And
Yeah.
you know when that song was released?
Before we
No.
were born.
1979.
We were
Before
Oh,
my
shoot.
before I was
Or
born.
I was not alive.
Oh,
Before I was born.
how the hell am I the
1979.
oldest?
You are.
You
It
literally
left.
are.
We weren't.
Yeah, you
born
are
yet.
the oldest on this call.
But
As
not,
our
not
elder.
as old as
As
y'all
our
are
elder.
making it out to be. You guys weren't even born. You're, as far as you're concerned, you're not even 80s babies.
I may
Yes.
have been born around the time of Beyonce. I don't know.
Whenever she was born.
Beyonce with Destiny's
Her
Child.
real age or her
Allegedly.
Your rebirth.
Allegedly.
That was a rebirth.
It was a
Allegedly.
rebirth. Or your afterbirth.
you got
Oh,
any
gosh.
more
We're not.
you have any you have a
I'm
spare
gonna remember
verse?
Strange and
B-I-R.
Boomerang.
We
Danny,
talked
do you
we
have
talked
a,
about
a
Strong J
verse?
last time. And
Like
one more?
Does Danny have like one more?
I do not have one more. Like I said, when Doves Cry, I wanted to squeeze that
Oh, I
in there,
love When
but
Doves
I
Cry.
took it out because it was Prince and the Revolution.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
maybe I'm
Could we
just like
could we
my
could we
mother.
double up on Prince and the Revolution?
She's never
off that Purple
satisfied.
Rain? Off that Purple Rain?
I don't want to
Mm.
play
We could do that. Give me a second. So I would take When Doves Cry, and let me go to my. Give me a second because I had a list of things.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's gonna get real, guys. Listen, I've been listening to Prince and Anita Baker.
Mm.
You've been jamming.
Yeah.
Like that whole Anita Baker Rapture album is like cover to cover, every single
Yeah.
song.
Every
single
single,
song.
that's what I said. Every
Classic.
single song
Fire,
brings
fire.
you back to our childhood, you know? I think we were definitely a little too young to be listening to those songs, but we can appreciate them now.
You ready?
Okay,
like,
what you got?
Like I shouldn't have been watching Purple Rain, but we're not gonna go there right now.
Oh yeah.
So,
but we
When
were.
Doves Cry, absolutely. When Doves Cry, or I Would Die for You.
I will die for
That was my other
you.
one.
So when doves cry.
That's not even right though.
I will die for you.
Hey.
That was my other one. I couldn't think of what it was. It was very hard to choose.
I'm gonna go with
You're just a sinner, I am told.
Yeah,
Make it cry
I'm
when
gonna
you're
go with
cold.
that.
Make it happy when you're sad. Make you good when you were bad. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm sorry, getting carried away.
Even I
Yeah, when doves cry.
I am love. What
That's gonna
I
be
really need
I
is
love
to know
when
that you believe.
I
me.
love.
I Would Die for You for me.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
me.
go with I Will Die for You.
I would die for. Although
Okay, listen.
that
Can I
that
just say-
crazy that crazy guitar at the beginning of When Doves Cry,
Yeah.
and then the
Yes.
and then the drum with the rim shot.
It's the instrumentals that do it for me in that song. Yeah. Oh, of course.
All right, so Kareemah got
Stop trying to
Doves
wait. I might
Cry.
have to go. Wait, I might
Well,
change my
listen,
mind.
Because
When doves cry, final answer for me.
When doves cry.
Yes.
Oh, and whose I Will Die for You?
I don't know.
I'm
I
thinking
feel
about
like
the
Talia
end of
brought
the
up
video
the.
on When Doves Cry when they all go
Talia brought
out.
up the intro. And I thought I had made a decision. I thought I had made the choice.
And then the doctor with the keys. Doves Cry. When Doves Cry. And he was naked in the bathtub, and it was too much for me to watch when I was little. When Doves Cry.
And it tells you the whole story. I felt like it told you the whole
I completely
story.
forgot about that video.
I'm so mad because I was really adamant that it was gonna be
I Would Die for You.
I will die for you.
and then y'all started singing, and then it just.
Yeah. Well, it's the instrumentals in the video that did it. That's what it is.
I keep bringing these videos in, but it's cool.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the video for me. It's the music. It's the way I'm the. I don't know.
Here's the
I
thing.
don't
Talia.
have words because now I'm really. I thought this was gonna be easy for me.
If you said that When Doves Cry is Prince's what Billie Jean is to Michael Jackson,
Mhm.
then you have to go with When Doves Cry.
I know. I changed
Have to.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to
Changed it.
change. I'm mad.
changed
But
it.
why? I'm trying to why?
Because it's like their signature.
Like I feel like When Doves Cry
good.
marries with Billie Jean. I feel like Let's Go Crazy is Beat It. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the marriage. That's the union.
Not for me.
Okay.
hmm
Okay.
I think so.
Can I say something
Always.
Yeah.
that may be unpopular?
Oh Lord.
Oh gosh.
Of course. That's why I encourage this. Let's go.
Beat It as a song never did it for me.
It's the video. It's the video.
Dude, what? Wait, really?
Yeah. In other words, I think she's saying the lyrics. The lyrics were not
Oh,
up to
you-
snuff, but it's the video.
It's the
Maybe it
video.
was the video.
The video was
I agree.
amazing,
Co-leader, I agree.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the choreography.
You
No, just
look, I'm over here just staring off to the side, thinking about it.
it wasn't my favorite song.
Right. Just beat it.
It's the choreography from the video.
It's the
Maybe it
choreography. It might be the
Maybe.
choreography, and I never wanted to see it.
I would change the words. Just F off.
No,
Just
it's not. That is not.
Just F off.
That is
It
not
wasn't
the
my
song.
It wasn't my
I'm
favorite
so
song.
glad that this conversation took a turn and I didn't have to pick those between those last Prince songs.
No,
Thank
you
everyone for
still have
playing.
to
Oh,
pick.
Thank everyone
still-
for playing
We're
along.
still needing to hear from everyone.
I'm gonna be the wild card and say I will die for you.
I
You're
said
not the
that
wild
already.
card, Dan. You
Oh,
you and
okay.
Danny.
I said that.
Okay.
I started off with that and then I started.
I will
Then I
die
thought that was
for
my
you.
final answer.
I just feel like and
still
again,
waiting.
I'm gonna
I
change
was-
my
I
answer
was
to
too
When Doves
little.
Cry.
I was too little, but like the sweat and the steam coming
The
off
glistening.
the shower,
Yeah.
the glistening.
But that only
Self-care.
reminds me
He was
of
taking care of
He was
himself.
taking
It's
care
all
of
this.
reminds me of Chappelle's Twins.
I'm gonna just start doing this.
Stop, because you remind me of Dave Chappelle when he was doing it on.
Would you like some pancakes?
Shirts
That's,
versus
we're playing.
blouses.
That's what I'm about to say. Shirts.
Blouses.
Okay.
That
I'm
was
gonna go with
Ver-SIS.
When Doves
Come on.
Cry.
You made a decision, Melly?
I'm
When Doves
happy-
cry?
Yeah. I'm not happy.
You
I had
sound very
You're
perplexed
respectable.
about it.
I feel
I
like you
was
can't go
perplexed. I am.
wrong.
You sound pressured. I need you to stand firm on your decision.
I thought I was standing firm on my first decision, and then
Don't be
somebody-
persuaded.
somebody started talking about the instrumentals, and I'm like, yes,
Somebody.
those are good as instrumentals. The intros and the breakdowns and all the instrumentals in that are just too good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna When Doves Cry, go.
All right.
All right.
All right. I feel like I Will Die for You was like the closer.
It
'Cause
was.
right? It was
It
the closing
was.
song, right? So
Well-
it's like the closer and it leaves
Yeah.
you on a upbeat note.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the closer because Purple
It
Rain.
wasn't the last song. Purple Rain was.
Purple Rain was, right?
Was
Wasn't
Purple
it?
Rain? No, was it?
No?
I don't
thought it
remember.
was.
I thought I Will Die for
It's
You
been a
was the
minute.
last song.
It-
I thought it did. I
It feels
feel
like
like
it leaves you on
I
a
feel
good
like
note.
the credits started at the end of I
Now
Will
we're
Die
gonna
for You.
have to watch it.
We're gonna find out right now.
I'm finding
It's
out.
worth it to
I'm
watch.
I'm
Yeah.
R&D.
I think I'm gonna
That's
watch
right.
it this
I'm
weekend.
finding out right now.
I'm
Well-
finding out right now.
On that note, it was a wonderful episode again. Ladies, we did it. We did it, Joe. We did it.
We did it. Before we leave out, Sharice, can you just give a little message to our folks, our followers and stuff?
Absolutely,
All right.
absolutely 100% do that. Guys, fans, supporters, friends, all of you out there at Facebook, Instagram land, YouTube land, we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You guys are so amazing. The feedback we're getting is phenomenal. Please encourage everybody to watch, to like, to subscribe, to do all of it. Whatever you're doing, comment, keep it up. We love you guys so much, and keep watching. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comments. We'd love to hear it all. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Woo!
I love you, ladies.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Kareemah, my co-leader, thank you. We're gonna have you back.
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll be able to talk some more with us. And thank you, ladies. It's been fun.
Yay.
Bye, guys.
Just throwing it out there, the podcast.